From idea to reality engineering project lifecycle explained. Ever looked at a massive skyscraper or a super complex piece of tech and wondered how in the world they went from just an idea to, actually existing in the real world? Well, believe it or not, whether you're building a rocket to space or just a super cool birdhouse, successful engineering projects follow a specific set of steps. It's called the engineering project lifecycle. And it's basically a roadmap that takes you from that initial spark of inspiration all the way to a finished product. In this video, we're going to unpack each stage of the engineering project life cycle, and I'll give you guys some real-world examples to show how it all comes together. We'll see how important planning, testing, and even failure can be in engineering. And by the end, you'll have a much better understanding of what it takes to bring those awesome engineering dreams to life. Alright, so every project has to start somewhere, right? This first stage is all about that initial idea, that light bulb moment when you think, man, I wish there was a thing that could... And then you start dreaming up what that thing could be. Maybe you want to build a bridge that changes shape, or a robot that can do your laundry. Whatever it is, this is where you let your imagination run wild. The key here is to clearly define the problem you're trying to solve or the need you're trying to meet. You've got to ask yourself, what's the goal here? And who's going to benefit from this? Once you've got a solid grasp on the why behind your project, you can start brainstorming solutions and fleshing out the overall concept. This stage is all about possibility. Okay, so you've got this awesome idea, but now it's time to hit the brakes a little bit and ask yourself, is this thing even possible? And if it is, how are we actually going to pull it off? This is where the feasibility study comes in. You're going to dive deep into the technical aspects, figure out what kind of resources you'll need, and get a handle on any potential risks or challenges. This stage is also where you put on your project management hat and start making plans. You need a solid timeline, a realistic budget, and a clear understanding of everyone's roles and responsibilities. Think of it like building a house. You don't just start laying bricks, you need blueprints, permits, and a whole lot of planning to make sure everything goes smoothly. This is where things start to get really exciting. With your plans in place, it's time to take that initial concept and turn it into something tangible. Engineers use all sorts of tools and software to create detailed designs and blueprints. They're thinking about materials, dimensions, functionality, every little detail that goes into making the final product. But it's not all just computer work. This is also the stage where you get your hands dirty with some prototyping. Building a smaller scale version, or even just a specific part of your project, lets you test out different ideas, see how things work in the real world, and make adjustments along the way. Remember, failure is just a part of the process. It's all about learning and iterating until you get it right. Alright, time to build this thing. This is the execution phase, where all those plans and designs start to become a reality. Depending on the project, this could involve anything from writing thousands of lines of code to assembling massive structures with giant cranes. It's all about coordinating teams, managing resources, and sticking to that timeline you so carefully crafted earlier. Communication is key here, folks. You need everyone on the same page, from the engineers and technicians to the project managers and stakeholders. Regular updates, clear communication channels, and a shared understanding of the goals are crucial for keeping things on track and avoiding any major hiccups. Okay, you've built your bridge, coded your app, or assembled your robot, but before you release it into the wild, you got to make sure it actually works. This is where rigorous testing comes in. Engineers put their creations through the ringer, simulating real-world conditions, pushing them to the limits and looking for any weaknesses or flaws. Quality assurance goes hand in hand with testing. It's about making sure the project meets all the necessary standards and requirements, whether that's safety regulations, performance benchmarks, or just plain old user-friendliness. Remember, a successful project not only functions as intended, but also meets the needs of the people who will be using it. It's launch day, baby. This is the moment of truth when you finally get to share your creation with the world. Whether it's flipping the switch on a power plant, releasing software to the public, or opening that bridge to traffic, this is what all your hard work has been leading up to. But the work doesn't stop there. The deployment phase also involves monitoring how the project performs in the real world, collecting data, and making any necessary adjustments. It's about ensuring a smooth transition from development to operation and making sure everything runs smoothly. Congratulations, your project is out there changing the world. But even the most well-designed systems need a little TLC over time. This is where the maintenance phase comes in. Regular inspections, repairs and updates are crucial for keeping things running smoothly and preventing any major issues down the line. And hey, just because your project is finished doesn't mean it can't get even better. This is also the time to think about potential upgrades, new features, or ways to improve efficiency and functionality based on feedback and real-world data. The engineering project lifecycle is a continuous loop, always striving for improvement and innovation. So there you have it, folks. That's the engineering project lifecycle in a nutshell. From those initial sparks of inspiration all the way to the ongoing maintenance and improvement of real-world solutions, this structured approach is what drives progress and makes all those amazing engineering feats possible. Engineering projects are all about pushing boundaries, solving problems, and making the world a better, more efficient and more exciting place. And who knows, maybe understanding this process will spark some innovative ideas of your own. If you're hungry for more engineering insights and want to dive deeper into the world of project management, head over to www.engineersheaven.org. And as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more awesome content. Catch you in the next one.